Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to do a follow-up on how these Beetles TIPEX Lite nails held up, and I need to remove them, so I figured I would film the removal. You can see how I do it. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Relatively informal. So first I just want to say these held up super well. I've had them on for 17 days, and I definitely could have continued to wear them, but it's time to move on to something new. So first I'm going to try this tip cutter that came in the Beetles TipEx kit, and I'm just like, will this work? I thought that these tip cutters were just for thin nail extension tips. I did not know if they would work for this, but they literally cut through these nails like butter. I was like, what? Like, I was not expecting this to work so well. The blade is so sharp. So yeah, I was actually able to use this cutter that came in the kit to, you know, clip off the length before I start the removal process. So yeah, love that. This tip cutter is definitely better quality than the one I got from Temu. And this square shape is also kind of a vibe. I kind of like that. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to start e-filing these off. I'm going to grab my mask and I'm going to use a stainless steel bit, a medium, I think is what I'm using. But before I start, I've got my mask on. I also need my glasses just in case some pieces like fly up and hit me. So these Tipex nails are a lot thicker. There's a lot more product to remove. And because of how I attach them, e-filing them off was really my only course of action for removal. When I tried the original Tipex nails, I did not like the removal because they were so thick. Those ones are extra sculpted, and I just felt like it took forever to file them off. So I wanted to see how these ones would compare, and just to kind of give my final thoughts too on how I liked these nail tips and how I liked the kit that they all came in. So overall, I ended up loving wearing these more than I ever expected. They were so strong, so sturdy. Like they really did feel like acrylic nails, and it's so unheard of for me to wear a set of nails for more than 2 weeks. So yeah, that's like a testament to the quality of these for sure. I've definitely done like a total 180 on my original opinion. Like with the original Tipex, I really didn't like them. These light ones I like quite a bit. If I try them again, I want to apply them in a way that they have more of a easy removal method, like do a peel off base coat or something like that. One of you told me you use Born Pretty glue and a nail debonder, and that works really well for you. So I'm going to try something similar like that once I pick up those products. But yeah, the only downside is that I had to like file them off like acrylic nails, but like that has nothing to do with the product. That's just in terms of how I applied it. I did not want to use a peel off base coat this time. I wanted to see if they would adhere, if there would be lifting, like, how long or how good the retention would be. And I felt like there wouldn't be a lot of lifting. I had a little bit of lifting on my middle finger, but all the other nails felt like they were really still secure by the time I got to this point of removal. But, we'll take another look once I get more of them filed off. Right now, I'm just, kind of slowly going in. I know that there's still quite a lot of product on the nail. I'm not even really close to my natural nail yet, but I want to be careful that I don't file too much too fast because I don't want to, hurt myself or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to get as close to the nail bed as I possibly can before I move on to the next stage of removal. And the nail tips themselves file away similar to acrylic, but once you get to the glue gel that's holding them in place, that stuff has like a gummy, soft texture, and you can definitely tell when you're filing once you hit that part because it just doesn't file as well. It sticks on the file. So once you hit that gummy part, you're getting like close to being done with the e-file. Oh, and all of this is in real time, by the way. Yeah, I just wanted you to see how long it took just for one nail. I'm not going to show you the whole set. I'm just going to show the removal of this one nail with the e-file, and then you can kind of get an idea of how long it would take. So around here, I'm realizing that I'm about as close as I can be comfortably with the e-file. So I'm going to clean it off and then we can kind of take a look. So I did have a tiny bit of lifting right here just when I was removing it with the e-file, but it did expose a larger kind of lift on the left side there, although the right side is still very much attached perfectly. But yeah, I definitely never would have thought that I had lifting on this nail because it seemed so secure, but anyway, there was some, and I'm just going to grab some acetone on some tin foil, and I'm going to let that soak while I work on removing the rest of the nails with the e-file. Okay, it's probably been like 20-25 minutes later, but let's take a look. So the pinky is looking really secure. I don't really see any lifting there. I do have a little bit of lifting right here on the ring finger. Tiny bit there, nothing too serious though. And then the middle finger, this one I felt like I knew had lifting, so yeah, just on the side there again, and on the other side a little bit. This is still really like good for me. I don't really usually have like the best adhesion. And the thumb was pretty good, just a little bit right there. But yeah, otherwise, like these held up really good. I mean, like I said, I was wearing them for 17 days. I'm not a nail tech, I'm just a at-home DIYer. So here's how this nail is looking after soaking for at least 20 minutes, if not 25 minutes. So I'm able to get like a nice chunk of it off, but there's still quite a lot of that glue gel from like the middle to the tip that hasn't dissolved enough yet to like fully remove all the product from the nail. Just kind of going to pick off what I can, but I don't want to force anything off. I don't want any nail damage. So at this point, I decided to switch gears. I was going to do an acetone removal, but I have this Born Pretty magic remover that I actually love using. And even though it takes about the same amount of time as using the acetone, I just like it more. It feels more convenient. It feels faster, even though logically I don't think it is. But sometimes when I'm soaking my fingers in acetone, especially if I'm doing like multiple soaks, so like upwards of 40-50 minutes soaking in acetone, sometimes my cuticle area or like just the tip of my nails look like I've aged them significantly. For a couple of days, they'll look like wrinkly. And yeah, I don't love how acetone just sucks the life out of the skin around my nails, so that's why I've been opting more for this product, especially if there's like if I know it's gonna be a long acetone soak or if there's like a thicker layer I know I need to get rid of. Anyway, so with this product, the more you put on, the better. You want it to be like a super thick layer and then wait about 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes it's faster, it just kind of depends on the product, but these nail glue gels are kind of like difficult to dissolve anyway. So, yeah, I think it's doing a good job though. Like, I'm getting a decent amount of product off, but I'm definitely going to need to do another round. I'm just going to gently scrape off as much as I can, being mindful not to like pull any product up that's still stuck to my nail. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do this carefully, and I need to buy another one. I need to buy another bottle of that magic gel remover. It was like it's getting so low. I was really struggling to get the product out for the set. So, yeah, I need to definitely buy some more. I'm going to do a Born Pretty order at some point soon, I hope. And I'm also going to check out some of their nail glue and their nail glue debonder and see how I like it. Anyway, I have a code with Porn Pretty. It'll be listed below. I also have an affiliate link with them just in case you're shopping and you want to support me too. You can use that. And yeah, I'm just going to keep at this for a little bit. And now I'm going to do one last layer. I'm pretty sure this is the last layer. Again, I'm trying to get as much product on there as possible, a nice thick layer, and then I will again leave it for another 15 to 20 minutes before I start trying to scrape it off again. As you can see, it's just so satisfying to see the product just crumble up and fly away. It's definitely very like satisfying removal, so I do highly recommend that gel product, the Magic Gel Remover. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I got mostly all the product off. I'm just going to do a gentle scrape with the wooden stick there. And like this product, like when it's wet, you don't want it to touch your skin, but once it's like done its job, you can kind of like you can touch it and it's not going to like hurt you. Obviously wash your hands after, but anyway, I'm just wiping down with a little bit of acetone and I think I'm going to grab a buffer and just kind of buff the surface just to kind of give it a cleaner look, and if there's any product residue, then the buffer can get that off too. And we're pretty much at the end of the video, so If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. It's just thought I would show you what I was doing. So, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see all of you in the next one. Bye.